sustainability reflects our rich history.
Welcome aboard, passengers. Please locate your seats. As we have made in the pre-flight announcement, everyone has been upgraded to first class. Please move to the seats in front. Make sure that all of your luggage is stored in the overhead bin. Your tray table is stowed, the window blinds are up, and please fasten your seatbelts. Welcome aboard, Mice Airlines. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? Third day. And I can see there are several of you who prepared for this air, water, and space exploration that we have tonight, or today rather. Can we give ourselves a round of applause? I love seeing that many of you, if not all of you, are dressed in theme. The ones who are not either a flight attendant or exploring space, or they're not the captains, I will assume that you are the passengers, right? Yes. Passengers aboard the airplane, or when you are exploring the land. Yes, that's how we are all going to think today. We are all in theme, yes? Can we have a round of applause for Micecon 2023? This is the third day. How is everyone doing? Are you excited for what's in store today? Good morning, Miss Evelyn. I don't know if she remembers me, but I often host for PRA, Philippine Retailers Association. All right, let me get into the topic. Enough of me being a flight attendant. Okay, bucket list. Being a flight attendant checked, even if it was just for a few minutes. Mabuhay! Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Micecon 2023, the Philippines Mice Conference happening right here at the King of the South in Davao City. This year's theme is Mice Converge, Blaze New Trails. An absolute pleasure and honor being with all of you this morning. I'm your host. My name is Jelly Victor. Now, I hope everyone is enjoying the warmth of Davao and the mice community. I can certainly sense that everyone was amused with yesterday's insightful discussions. And true enough, tourism is back. Yes, it is indeed. And it really just makes us excited to do more things and explore new frontiers. That's the theme for today. Now, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. Let's take a look at the screen. And we have a few of the reminders. Remember seeing these in some of the sessions that you went into, possibly your breakout sessions? Yes. This is the part wherein you can bring out the phones and take a photo. That's also the reason why I moved out of the way. So you don't need to crop me out. You don't need to edit me out. So go right ahead. We had opportunities for a new beginning, conversion into a sustainable destination. We also listened to the talk of Mr. Pang on new trends in the mice industry, incentive travel outlook, sustainable and regenerative events. We had a panel right there talking about the new normal disruptors on the supplier side and how you can actually prepare yourself and be ready for whatever's coming your way. Cutting edge event designs. And you can see the main people who spoke about it. How do you like their rendition of you? Miss Evelyn is looking for herself, the only female in there. Well spotted. What's out and what's in about venue designs with a lady that I'm about to reintroduce to all of you in just a few minutes. Regenerative events, a step further than sustainability. Think globally, act locally. That is something that you can actually apply, not just being in the mice industry, but just about everywhere else. Global trends to watch out for in 2023. You can tell that we've had a very busy last 2 days, and this is the third and final day. Everyone good with taking a photo, taking a shot of this? I have a copy of most of these, so I'll post it on my Instagram, then you can just grab it out there. Speaking of which, if you want to see how everyone else is enjoying Micecon 2023, please check out the hashtag. It is hashtag Micecon 2023. That way you get to see everyone else's photos, you get to see how they enjoyed, what they've learned, whatever else it is that they are sharing on social media. And just in case you will be posting as well, please use that official hashtag. Now today is another full day of important conversations. I know all of you are anxious to begin. So without further ado, we will now proceed to our first plenary session of the day, where we will take a look at how big events can be a meaningful legacy and how we can go beyond the pressure of return of investment to create sustainable change. All of that we will know in our session about legacy, mega events, learnings, and moving forward. Now, destination management organizations, or DMOs, or tourism boards and convention bureaus always compete to gain a bigger share of the pie in the events industry. The common perception is that the bigger the volume of participants, the greater its benefit for the destination's economy. Now, this talk will address how big events can be a meaningful legacy. We're already in the midst of one. Prior to and after the event, events are designed to recoup costs and generate good publicity. But with careful pre-event planning, collaboration, and a racing the bar attitude, events can go beyond the pressure of just the ROI to create the sustainable change. For this session, we are fortunate to be joined by a multi-award winning international business person, keynote speaker, and author. Our speaker is the founder of the Pathways Group, where she has helped 500,000 plus leaders, learners find their niche in leadership and team development. She has developed popular leadership courses on LinkedIn Learning, spoken to audiences in more than 75 countries, and she's factored the Philippines in as one of them, and published a business adventure book, Uniquely Better, about building higher team performance. Furthermore, she believes that if you can achieve your dreams all on your own, you are not dreaming big enough. But when people are gathered in a conference, just like mice, dreams begin to become elevated and realized. To talk about legacy, mega events, learnings, and moving forward, please welcome, give her a Philippine welcome, the founder of the Pathways Group, Miss Amber Vanderberg.
All right, I want everyone to raise their hand as high as they can. All right, now I want you to go just a little bit higher. Wow. You can put your hand down. Notice that whenever I said raise your hand as high as you can, everyone went pretty high. But whenever I said go a little bit higher, everyone in this room was able to go just a little bit higher. Today, we are taking Filipino tourism at its highest, and together we're able to go just a little bit higher than we were before. My name is Amber Vanderberg. This is my first time in Davao. It will not be my last. I'm so glad to be here this morning. I went on a run through the city. I believe that runs are wonderful ways to experience the landscape, the scenes, the culture of a place. In fact, whenever I visit new places, I like to go on runs and engage in races in new places. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to visit Rovaniemi, Finland, and I entered into a cross-country ski marathon in the Arctic Circle. This was a great way to see the beauty of the place, see the scenes, the culture of the landscape. Now, after this race, all of the athletes were taken to the Finnish Olympic Training Center for a champion's meal and a sauna. Now, as I sat in the Olympic Training Center, I started thinking about cities and countries that host the Olympics. This wasn't a new thought, it wasn't a new idea. In fact, I had spent years studying cities and countries that hosted mega sporting events as legacy building initiatives. I studied what factors went into a positive legacy building initiative. I studied what attributed to a positive mega event. And what I found was this. Mega events, they're truly Instagram-worthy occasions. You're probably going to get more likes from running or skiing in a marathon than you are in your daily jog. You're probably going to get more hype in your nonprofit from hosting a giant extravaganza day of service than you are in your daily one-on-one tutoring. As a city or a country, you're probably going to get more hype from hosting a giant mega event than you are in developing your developing your youth sports. What I found is this: your mega events, while they gain more attention, are significantly, dramatically, drastically more likely to be successful if preceded by micro events. Your marathon is more likely to be successful if you do your daily jog. See, your mega events highlight what already exists, and your micro events lay the foundation upon which your mega events can stand. Your mega events highlight what already exists. Let's think of it this way. There is a couple families, and they are coming to vacation here in Davao. The first family spends time together. They respect one another. They've invested in building healthy relationships. Whenever they come on a vacation, it highlights the relationships that already exist. The vacation doesn't build the healthy relationships and the strong relationships. It highlights the work that's been put in beforehand. Let's say there's another family that comes and they do not invest in their relationships. There's toxicity, there's disrespect. That vacation is also going to highlight what currently exists. Now, it's usually at this point I have somebody ask about kickoff events. Let's imagine that in the next room, there is a newlywed couple here on their honeymoon. Wouldn't that wedding constitute as a mega event that kicks off something to come? See, these mega events actually highlight what has already existed. See, the grand wedding does not guarantee a grand marriage. If you're doing a kickoff for a business, a grand opening does not guarantee a grand business. Rather, the grand opening, the wedding ceremony, it highlights the investment that you've put into building the relationship. It highlights the time and the energy that you've put in to building your business plan. Now, this is examples of mega events on a smaller scale. Let's look at mega events on a bigger scale again. As I said, I spent many years all throughout graduate school studying mega events within countries and cities. And by far, the poster child for an excellent, successful legacy building initiative through a mega event is the Barcelona 1992 Summer Olympic Games. Whenever we assess the success of a mega event hosting opportunity, we look at four major factors. We look at economic impact, environmental impact, your social and governmental impact, and your spatial impact. Now, Barcelona was excellent in all four areas. The Barcelona Games resulted in economic gain, low environmental impact. It was one of the first games in decades that went without protest or boycott. And the city of Barcelona went from 11th to 6th in European tourism after these games, 11th to 6th. Now, why was this event so successful? What attributed to this success? There were a few external factors. I want to focus on the factors that were in Barcelona's control. In 1976, the PGM was established. It's the General Metropolitan Plan. This was an initiative to build up the infrastructure within the city post-Franco rule. So they invested in their transit, in their railway, in their sewage system. They revitalized their airport. They revitalized their museums and their open spaces. They opened up the city to the Mediterranean. This was huge for tourism. This was not one giant event. This is almost 2 decades of micro events leading up to this mega event. By the time that Barcelona was awarded the Olympic Games, of the 37 venues used, 27 were already built, and 5 were already under construction. They were already hosting some other events. Barcelona had the opportunity to host this mega event, and this, by many people, was seen as their kickoff event. It opened up the city to the world stage and dramatically had an impact on tourism within the city. Now, you might be thinking, Amber, I have a mega event in mind. This is the direction that we want to go. What are the micro events that I can do to lay the foundation today? Maybe I don't have the resources that I need today. I want to encourage you to find the transferable skills, find the transferable resources that you need. That's what I mean. I have a confession to make. Whenever I did my marathon in Finland, it was my first time to ever cross-country ski. I figured I had a long ways to figure it out. That's not to say I hadn't prepared. I had spent years as a Division I athlete in track and field and cross-country. I've been downhill skiing all my life. I was a biathlete and triathlete. I'd done several long endurance races for 150 kilometers in biking. And it was in these activities that I was able to build my endurance, my athleticism, my agility, learn the skills that I needed to apply to the race. I may not have the resources. I didn't have the opportunity where I lived to practice cross-country skiing. We didn't have the weather for that. I didn't have the resources. And so I looked at other ways that I could prepare. So my question for you is this: what micro events are you using? What micro events are you doing today to lay the foundation for your mega event? What will your mega event highlight? What action steps can you take today? Now, we're going to think big. We're going to start with small action steps. This is not to say that we're going to stay with only small action steps. In fact, you'll find that as you start building this momentum, your mega events may start to feel less mega. At its core, this is Amber doing another endurance race. For the athletes in Barcelona, this is another day of competition. For the family going on vacation, this is another day to spend time together. It's not to say it isn't a mega event. This is a big deal. It's the Olympics, right? It's an opportunity to build upon the foundation that you've already laid. So we're taking these small action steps today. Again, that's not to say that we're not going to dream big. In fact, I'm a firm believer that if you can achieve your dreams all on your own, you're not dreaming big enough. If you want to build something bigger than yourself, then you're going to have to include more people than yourself.